YouTube. Back with another video, another update. First video of 2024, January 2024. Just excited about the new year, excited about new opportunities, excited about new adventures. Just happy to be alive, blessed. Hope everyone had a good holidays, enjoyed their family over the Christmas holidays and the New Year holidays. Now that that's all over with, just like me and I'm sure everybody else, we back to the usual. Back to working, doing whatever it is we do to provide an income for ourselves and for our families. I'm looking for a lot this year out of myself, expecting a lot out of myself, trying to push myself a little harder, see what I can do with this trucking thing for one full year from January until December of this year. I have a goal set in my mind that I want to reach financially. I also have a goal that I want to reach just in my trucking career for as my skill set. So I set a few expectations for myself. We're going to strive as hard as possible to meet those. As you can see, I'm parked up. I'm actually back in the sleeper, relaxing a little bit, but I decided to go ahead and make this video because I haven't made one for the new year. It's been a little while since I made one. But yeah, we ended the year 2023 at Boyd Brothers Transportation. Pretty good end to the year. I talked to other guys, they always say it's slow around November, the closer you get to Thanksgiving, December, a little bit of January. They say things start to pick up around February, so I'm looking forward to that, see what's the difference. And when I started, because I got to driving around October, like the end of October, 3rd or 4th week of October. So I only drove a little while before we started getting into the holiday season. So, but I wanted to have a little experience up under my belt for the beginning of a new year so I could see exactly what I was able to produce in a full year of trucking. I have a full year up under my belt, over a year, but I'm just counting it from January to December. I have a full year of trucking up under my belt. Excited to see what Boyd has to offer within this year. When we get into the summertime and the springtime, they say freight and flatbed picks up a lot, so I'm waiting for that. Excited about that. I'm parked up to get the load that I'm taking home this weekend. It's gonna be a load of steel. It's been a pretty interesting week. Been up around in the Carolinas, Tennessee, Kentucky area. It's been cold up here. It's been cold and windy. It was actually snow on the ground when I first got here, but then it started raining. It warmed up a little bit one day, but then after that rain, it got cold, and it got cold fast. The nights are cold and windy up this way around these mountains. But hey, we made it through it. Get this load, take it home for the weekend, spend some time with the family. I'm actually parked up a few hundred feet away from where I'm picking this load up at. Let's see, can you all, let me see, that's the facility right there. Let the window down, maybe you can see it a little better. It's right there through those trees on the other side of that fence. Up in Kentucky. But I wanted to go ahead and get parked up so I wasn't wasting any time on my clock Got another gentleman parked up over here beside me. It's a pretty big lot out here. There's no other trucks though, but I called before I came to ask the shipping and receiving department, was it a place to park? And they told me about this lot here, and I pulled it up on my phone and I can see it on Google Maps. I didn't realize it was as close as it is to the facilities, but I'm happy about that. That way I could get my load in the morning and get on back home. Got a pretty good ride, so that's why I wanted to save as much time as I possibly could to make sure that I do get home tomorrow and not have to park up again and make it there Saturday morning. But I plan on running a little bit after this home time, because I've noticed that, which is kind of, I guess, obvious, that when you stay out, you just tend to make more money. And like I said, I have goals set for myself this year, and I want to make sure that I'm capitalizing on the opportunities that I have to make as much money as I can, with still having balance with family life and balance with work life. Older gentleman told me that a man is not truly successful unless he can balance all things in his life, both spiritually, physically, financially, and family-wise. If he's lacking in one of those areas, then the older guy said he can't call himself truly successful. That resonated with me, and it stuck out to me, and it made me try to be a better person. So that's the goals for this year. I don't know what I'm gonna do after I get this first year up under my belt. Boyd has a lease purchase program. You only have to be with the company 6 months to get into the lease purchase program. But I'll see. I think I want to do a year before I venture off into the lease purchase program. I don't know. I'll talk to them. They say they call you upstairs and talk to you about it once you get 6 months or so. I'll see what the offer is and what's on the table and make a decision at that point. Or I just might do this year as a company driver, which is my intentions, just to do a year as a company driver and then weigh my options. But we'll see. I had a couple interesting things happen this week. I had a 3-stop load. First time I've had a 2-stop load before. First time I've had a 3-stop load, and the first stop that I got to deliver, got there on time, got there for my schedule about 45 minutes before my scheduled time, and I get there and the guy told me he couldn't unload me. I said, okay, here we go with one of these days again. And unfortunately, the facility was out of power. I don't know what happened. Was it the snowstorm or what? But needless to say, they were down for the day. They shut down, didn't have any power. Told me I had to come back the next morning. Got in touch with my fleet manager, translated the information over, and she was gonna get me to go ahead to my other stops and deliver, but the issue was some of the load for the first stop was on top of the second stop, and the company at the second stop and third stop said they wasn't going to touch the freight from the first stop because they didn't want to be liable for it. So needless to say, I sat all night there, all day and all night at the facility waiting to get unloaded, and then got up this morning to get unloaded, and it was chaotic, I guess because they were behind from all the it was just trucks coming in from them being shut down. It was trucks coming in back and forth, load dock trucks, flatbed trucks, FedEx trucks. It was just crazy out there, and they finally got me unloaded, and I got out of there, got on to my next stop, delivered there, got to my third stop, delivered there, and that's when they gave me this load right here. I was supposed to pick this load up at 2 o'clock today, 1400, but I didn't deliver my last load until it was a little after 1 o'clock, 1300. And I contacted my fleet manager and let her know it was no way that I was gonna, and this load was it was 3 hours, a little over 3 hours away, deadhead. So it was no way I was gonna make it to this load on time for 2 o'clock. So needless to say, we communicated back and forth with me and my fleet manager, and they communicated with the operations personnel and with this actual shipper, and we worked it out that I could pick the load up in the morning. So I'll get this load, take it home, deliver it Monday, see what the next week brings. Just trying to think back what kind of loads I had this week. It was mostly lumber load. Yeah, lumber loads, tarping. Those lumber tarps get pretty heavy, but I look at it as a workout. That's how I try to view it, as a workout, and motivate myself, because if you don't find some type of inspiration, especially if you get 2, 3, 4 lumber loads back to back, yeah, if you're not in the right headspace, you'll get a little discouraged. But yeah, I'm gonna get on up here and probably get on the phone, call my family, get up in the morning and get this load and head back home. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys an update. Got a lot of expectations out of myself and Boyd, because I'm not a guy that wants to hop around from job to job as a truck driver, because I didn't do that before I got in the truck. Any job I had, I always was there multiple years, because it's just me. I'm just a dedicated person, and once I commit myself to something, unless it's just a situation where I just don't like it or I'm not being treated right, then I'll leave. And I understand every company has its ups and downs, especially in trucking. They're all about the same, really. I mean, might be a few differences, but if you got a company that's willing to work with you and willing to meet your expectations and meet your demands to an extent, then I think it's best to kind of stick around and see how it unfolds for you. But I'm gonna give this, I know, a strong year to see where I'm at. I don't know if you guys can see that over there, but those lights flashing. That guy was getting loaded. Actually, when I got here, I got out and walked to the facility, since it's right up the road, just to see what I'll be facing in the morning. I seen this truck going across the scales. It's turning out right here, and walked across this little, I don't know, you can't see it, but this is a bridge, little small creek right here in between us. But yeah, I want to see what Boyd has to offer me once I've had more experience, because like I say, I appreciate the opportunity of being able to drive for a company that will accept and train a person with zero experience. So as of right now, I'm just grateful for the opportunity, because there's not a lot of companies that will hire you without any experience. So you have to get that first year experience, and some companies want 2 and even 3 years experience. They pay a lot better, so they say. I haven't worked there, but you have to have those amount of years of experience. Some companies 1 year, some 2 years, some 3 years. But to have a company that accept you with 0 experience straight out of CDL school, it's not a whole lot of those. But they do. I'm sorry, I was trying to check out, see what this guy had going on here. I was trying to look at his load to see if I can kind of get a picture of what I would have. I can see the steel a little bit. You probably can't see it in the dark on that camera. But yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to drive for a company. And boy, I haven't been at another company, so this is all I know right now for as far as a trucking company. So we'll see what this full year turns into. I have goals and plans set for my trucking career, and see can board meet those goals and plans, because after I have a year up under my belt, I have more options and I have more things that I could present to them as to what I'm looking for. And I can see if they can meet those demands, because just as well as they are evaluating me as a driver, I am also evaluating them as a company. So it's a I guess I could say tit for tat deal when it comes to me with a trucking company, any company, because like I say, I have things that I want to do for me and my family, and I need the company that I'm with to be able to help me reach those goals. But yeah, and if you're out with the company, like I say, evaluate that company, because they're gonna run you just as long as you're in that truck, because that's how they make their money, which I understand. But in your running, you make sure that you're taking care of yourself and you're getting taken care of by the company, because if not, you have some companies that I've read reviews on and heard about. Haven't been there, so I don't know. They'll just run the driver, and without any ends, without any real goals. They just worried about getting freight moved from point A to point B, which majority of them are. But the driver is the backbone of the company. Without the truck driver, there is no trucking company. A trucking company can have thousands of trucks, but without the driver to meet the demands of the customers, there's no revenue to be made. So always remember that you are an asset to the company and to yourself. Just a little trucker's motivation. We keeping this thing open deck. Nothing against dry van, refrigerated, tanker, any of that. I actually have my tanker endorsement, because tanker is an option. Working on getting other things such as my TWIC card and hazmat. I was going to go ahead. I actually went ahead and took the hazmat test, but from what my research did, is I feel like it's better for me to go ahead and get my TWIC card, and then getting the hazmat added is a breeze after you get your TWIC card. But I'm gonna get ready to get me a little rest. I got an early morning ahead of me. I gotta tarp this load also. Wasn't looking forward to that, but the bills say that it needs to be tarped, and that's what we're gonna do, because I don't want any backlash from the company or from the customer receiving this load. So if you got any comments, guys, let me drop them down below. Any advice, drop it down below. I'm open to advice and comments. I appreciate all my viewers, all my subscribers. I appreciate all the comments, all the likes, all the shares, for helping me grow my YouTube channel. I look forward to making future videos and giving you the experience in my trucking journey, and looking forward to gaining some experience from my fellow truckers, anybody with any knowledge that they feel they want to share with me as a trucker or as have been a trucker, either or. I'm open to all of that, because like I said, I'm brand new at this, trying to grow my channel, trying to grow my trucking career. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this year with Boyd Brothers Transportation 2024. See what it brings. I'll definitely keep you guys updated as we go along with some of these loads. I'm gonna try to get some footage of the load tomorrow morning, if they let me record. Some facilities don't allow recording, some of them do. I just try to stay within the guidelines. I don't want any backlash, but yeah, we'll see what we can do in the morning. But other than that, man, you guys have a blessed day, blessed night whenever you're watching this video. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch up with you later.